Introduction. Every lesson starts with a plan. A skilled teacher has a framework for the information they want to convey with enough flexibility to allow them to pivot as needed. They will use feedback from their audience to choose which techniques will promote understanding. Ideally, their students will go away enriched, sharing the knowledge they have gained with others. Jesus Christ was the ultimate teacher. His primary tool was the use of parables, stories with moral implications and layers of meaning. Given that we do not have all of Christ's teachings, see John 21, verse 25, Christians need to study the ones recorded in the Bible. Preserved for millennia, their very inclusion in this sacred book testifies to their value. They teach us not only how to live in the present, but also how our actions and attitudes will affect our lives eternally. I have been studying the Bible for over 30 years, and every time I open its pages, I learn something new. Each tidbit increases my appreciation of the text and the wisdom it contains. The messages are timeless and provide the tools necessary for us to live good lives, avoid pain, and love as Jesus would. This book is the first in a series studying the parables of Jesus Christ. The parables I have chosen to discuss here represent the love of God toward all of us and the great worth of every one of His children. When Jesus told these stories, He wanted to represent the whole of humanity. The people in these stories were just like us. They were rebellious, but redeemable. They suffered from short-sightedness before changing. Some of them lost track of an essential item and did everything in their power to retrieve it. Others lashed out due to a lack of information, causing pain to those around them. The one thing they all had in common was that their lives were given to us as an example or a warning of how we are meant to behave, think, and live. I hope that as you read this book, these people may become closer to you. I don't know if Jesus based them on real people He knew, or if they were just examples that we can draw our own conclusions from, but I do know that the fact that we have their stories is important. And Jesus would want you to come to know these people just as He does. I have chosen to divide the chapters into 3 parts. A fictional story I wrote from the perspective of one or more of the people covered. An explanation of what happens in the parable for those who may not be familiar with it. The lessons and applications we can gain from these stories. As you go through each parable, I hope that you keep an open mind. I also want you to read the biblical passages referenced and see what stands out to you. The Bible is a living book, and God can speak directly to you through it if you allow Him to do so.